राइट, विल टेक द नेक्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट, टाइम लिमिट फॉर अवेलिंग आईटीसी. राइट, ये मैं समझाता हूँ आपको अलग से. सी टाइम लिमिट फॉर अवेलिंग आईटीसी, आई विल एक्सप्लेन द डिफरेंट चार्ट. टाइम लिमिटिंग फॉर अवेलिंग आईटीसी. यूटिलाइजेशन नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, अवेल मतलब बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स में एंट्री कब बन जानी चाहिए एटलीस्ट. आई एम नॉट डिस्कसिंग यूटिलाइजेशन. यूटिलाइजेशन यू कैन डू आफ्टर 5 years, 10 years, 20 years also right now. What is the time limit for availing ITC is most important. Government says very simple. See, for a financial year, imagine we are talking for 1920. If the expenditure belongs to this year, the last date to avail ITC would be what, you know? It would be come to the next year, that's called 2021. Go to the month of September. सितंबर का रिटर्न फाइल करेंगे हम लोग. विच रिटर्न वी फाइल, यू नो? वी फाइल GSTR 3B, and the due date to file GSTR 3B would be nothing but 20th of October generally. Some cases is 18th of October also, that we'll discuss separately. So government says this would be the last day to avail the ITC, layman version. So for this year, for the year 1920, the last day to avail ITC would be what, you know? It would be 20th of October. उसके बाद आप क्रेडिट नहीं ले पाओगे. मतलब गवर्नमेंट से there should be a time limit to do accounting for everything, right? You cannot be too much late for accounting things. Therefore, the last day to avail ITC for the invoices of 1920 would be nothing but 20th of September. That's called nothing but the due date to file return for the month of September following 31st of March, or the date of filing of annual return, whichever is earlier. So I'll write that sentence. The due date to avail ITC would be earlier of the following. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, ध्यान से. would be earlier of the following. A, B. ध्यान से, हाँ. A would be nothing but the due date to file return, the due date to file return for the month of September following the end of financial year. Following the end of financial मतलब, see, for the ending of 1920, right now March, the following year should be September 20, उसका due date, or the date of filing of annual return. The date of filing of annual return is filed in GSTR 9, right? The date of filing of annual return in दोनों में whichever is earlier. See, after this time period you cannot avail the credit. I am not talking about utilization of credit. See, once you avail the credit you can utilize after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years also. But right now there is a time limit for what, sir? Availment of credit. तो वो concept है, देख लो. See, generally ITC should be availed once the goods or services are what, sir? Received, right? There should be a documentary evidence to avail ITC. As per section 16 subsection 4, the due date within which ITC should be availed is earlier of the following dates. A, the due date to file return for the month of September following the end of the financial year, and generally the answer is nothing but 20th of October, either that date or the date of filing of what, sir? Annual return. In दोनों में whichever is earlier, right? For example, if the inverse supply is for the financial year 18-19, then the last date to avail ITC would be nothing but 20th October 2019, or the date of filing of annual return, whichever is earlier. Am I clear, sir? See, this is a availment of ITC for the first time. If you want to re-avail the credit, then this point will not apply. Re-availment of credit I will discuss in the next provision. Section 16 subsection 4 provides the time limit for availment of ITC and not for utilization of what, sir? Credit. So credit आप कभी भी ले सकते हो, मतलब यूटिलाइजेशन बोल रहा हूँ. क्रेडिट आप अभी ले लो, उसको 2 साल 3 साल के बाद यूटिलाइज कर लो, आपकी मर्जी है, राइट? सो क्रेडिट कैन बी यूटिलाइज एट एनी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, वो आपकी मर्जी है. Shall I move? Now, government says, what happens if you don't pay for the invoice? Imagine I purchase goods from you, I don't make the payment, goods are delivered to me, you are a registered person, I am a registered person, you have given me a tax invoice, I got delivery of the goods, but I did not make payment of goods for you. Then government says, what happens? What happens in case if invoice remains unpaid? अगर इनवॉइस का पेमेंट नहीं करोगे तो वेदर वी शुड रिवर्स द क्रेडिट और नॉट इज अ क्वेश्चन. गवर्नमेंट सेज द मैक्सिमम टाइम पीरियड फॉर मेकिंग payment of invoice would be 180 days from date of invoice. इनवॉइस आने से 180 दिन के अंदर आपको पेमेंट करना है. मैक्स टू मैक्स विद इन 180 days you have to make the payment. Am I clear? Point number 2. Example, if the date of invoice is say, if the date of invoice is say 12th of April 2019, then the last date for payment of invoice would be how much? So what I'll do, we have to add how many days? We have to add 180 days, right? So I will add to this 12 now. So how many days I can fit in this? 18 days of April, 31 days of May, जून के 30, जुलाई के 31, अगस्त के 31, सितंबर के 30 और अक्टूबर के 8 दिन. 8 नहीं, एक और दिन ऐड करना पड़ेगा ना, 9 दिन. सो 9th of October 2019 would be the due date for making payment of invoice. Let's check it again. 18 days of April, 31 days of May, 30 days of June, 31 days of July, 31 days of August, 30 days of September and 9 days of October. Correct. So this is the last date for making payment. Imagine if the invoice, third point ले लेता हूँ, if the invoice remains unpaid, what will happen? Government says two things will happen. Have a look, sir. सुनना ध्यान से. First, ITC on such invoice, ITC on such invoice should be reversed. अयो क्यों रिवर्स करना है? गवर्नमेंट सेज बहुत है, बिकॉज यू डिड नॉट मेक द पेमेंट ऑफ इनवॉइस, व्हाई डोंट यू रिवर्स द एंटायर क्रेडिट? Imagine if 80% of the invoice is paid and 20% is unpaid, then reversal is required only for 20%. So when it should be done is also a question. This should be done, this should be, in my example, it should be done in the, it should be done in the month of, ये अक्टूबर में हुआ ना, अक्टूबर का रिटर्न आप नवंबर में फाइल करोगे. इट शुड बी डन इन द मंथ ऑफ नवंबर. दैट is when the due date to file return, that is when the due date to file return for the month of what, sir? For the month of October happens. जब भी आप अक्टूबर का रिटर्न फाइल करोगे, अक्टूबर का रिटर्न मतलब कब फाइल करोगे? नवंबर में. एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम यू शुड रिवर्स द ITC. नॉट only that, interest should also be levied at the rate of 18% per annum up to date of reversal. Up to date of reversal. From the date you avail the credit up to the date you go for reversal of credit, उस पीरियड तक आपको 18% इंटरेस्ट भरना पड़ेगा. Am I clear? Now what happens in a case if the payment is made after 180 days? Government says no problem. If payment is made, if payment is made after 180 days, then one can avail ITC. That's called reclaim of credit. अगर 180 डेज के बाद अगर आप पेमेंट कर रहे हो देन नो प्रॉब्लम, यू कैन अगेन रिक्लेम द क्रेडिट, आप क्रेडिट फिर से रिक्लेम कर पाओगे, देयर इज नो सच इश्यू। हमें क्लियर? सो दिस इज द कंप्लीट कॉन्सेप्ट, यू कैन जस्ट गो थ्रू। ये पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट यहाँ पे दे दिया है मैंने, आप लोग लिख लेना। सी फॉर रिक्लेमिंग क्रेडिटर देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम सर, वन कैन ऑलवेज रिक्लेम द क्रेडिटर once the payment is made. Imagine the payment is made after 300 days. So 300 days के बाद can we avail the credit? Answer is yes, you can always avail the credit. Am I clear? Right, we'll take our next concept called concept of block credit, right? If you remember in introduction chapter I said you this is the most important concept. Chapter के beginning बोला था blocked credit. Now what is block credit, you know? Government says in certain situations we will not give you credit. आप कोई आइटम खरीदो, कोई सर्विस ले लो, उसका क्रेडिट नहीं मिलेगा। सो सी दीज आर दोज इनवर्ड सप्लाईज और इनपुट सर्विसेज और कैपिटल गुड्स फॉर विच यू कैन नॉट अवेल क्रेडिट। एम आई क्लियर? सो विल स्टार्ट वन बाय वन कॉन्सेप्ट विल स्टार्ट। ब्लॉक क्रेडिट, ब्लॉक क्रेडिट है ना, स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ, ध्यान से देखो। ब्लॉक्ड क्रेडिट मतलब दोज इनपुट एंड इनपुट सर्विसेज फॉर विच क्रेडिट विल नॉट बी गिवन इज कॉल्ड ब्लॉक क्रेडिट। क्या है? सेक्शन 17 सबसेक्शन 5 डील्स विथ इनवर्ड सप्लाईज ऑन विच ITC वुड नॉट बी अवेलेबल, दो सच इनवर्ड सप्लाईज मे बी इन द कोर्स ऑफ बिजनेस और फर्दरेंस ऑफ बिजनेस, स्टिल देयर इज नो सच क्रेडिट। सो लेट अस डिस्कस दिस केसेस वन बाय वन। आई एम राइटिंग हियर मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, ठीक है, सबसे ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है ये, देखते हैं ब्लॉक क्रेडिट का कॉन्सेप्ट। फर्स्ट वन इज मोटर व्हीकल्स एंड अदर कन्वेंसेस। कन्वेंस मतलब जरिया ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का, मोड ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इज कॉल्ड नथिंग बट कन्वेंस, राइट? टू व्हीलर ले लो, फोर व्हीलर ले लो, लॉरी ले लो, बसेस ले लो। सो एनी मोटर व्हीकल और अदर मोड ऑफ कन्वेंसेस आर नॉट एलिजिबल फॉर क्रेडिट। एम आई क्लियर? लेट्स सी दिस पॉइंट इन डिटेल। एम आई क्लियर? देखते हैं। एनी मोटर व्हीकल और अदर कन्वेंसेस वुड नॉट बी एलिजिबल फॉर ITC। आप कोई भी तरीका व्हीकल खरीद लो, एयरक्राफ्ट खरीद लो, दोज आर नॉट एलिजिबल फॉर व्हाट सर? ITC। एनी मोटराइज व्हीकल और एनी अदर मोड ऑफ कन्वेंस, शिप ले लो, इवन दैट इज नॉट एलिजिबल फॉर व्हाट सर? ITC। हाउएवर इन द फॉलोइंग केसेस ITC वुड बी एलिजिबल। इन सम सिचुएशन गवर्नमेंट से ITC मिल जाएगा, वो क्या है मैं आपको एक चार्ट में बता देता हूँ। mode of conveyance, mostly not eligible for ITC, 99% ITC नहीं मिलता। मतलब try to understand, if Reliance Industries purchase a chopper, I don't know how much it may cost, imagine it may cost around 20 crore rupees. They are purchasing from their chairman, for their chairman, can they avail ITC? Government says no. But if the same aircraft is purchased by Indigo Airlines, can they avail ITC is a question. देखेंगे, समझ में आ रहा है ना? So when eligible for ITC, ITC इसके ऊपर कब मिलेगा? Government says a mode of conveyance will be eligible for ITC when, you know, when it is used for पैसेंजर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन। किसके लिए? when it is used for what sir? पैसेंजर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन। मतलब the person should be in the business of transportation of passengers. Please try to understand. मतलब if you are in the business of transportation of passengers, then yes you can avail ITC. Like example, if TS RTC purchase 500 buses for transportation of passengers, can it avail ITC? Oh yes, it can avail ITC. Navata Travels, right now, or say Kesineni Travels, Kaleshwari Travels, if they purchase 20 Volvo buses, they are in the business of transportation of passengers. Can they avail ITC? Oh yes, they can avail ITC. Next, if it is used for imparting, if it is used for imparting driving skills, मतलब I understand, I am in the business of मेकिंग समवन लर्न मोटर ड्राइविंग, राइट? कार चलाना सिखाता हूँ मैं। आई हैव परचेज 2 cars so that I can use these cars and run a business of imparting motor driving. Can I avail ITC on this motor vehicle? Government says yes. If a vehicle is purchased for imparting motor driving skills, or maybe imparting any skills for driving it or navigating it or flying it, aircraft is also covered, then no problem, you can avail ITC. Third case, if it is used for sale, if it is used for sale or lease, मतलब if you are a dealer of what sir, vehicles, मैं टाटा मोटर्स का डीलर हूँ, I purchase cars from Tata Motors, I sell it back, right now. So if you're in the business of sale or in the business of lease of such vehicles, then no problem, still you can avail what sir, ITC. अगर आपका लीज का बिजनेस है और रीसेल का बिजनेस है, then no problem, still you can avail ITC. Next, if it is used, यहाँ तक क्लियर है? फर्स्ट वन क्या है सर? इफ योर फर्स्ट वन इज पैसेंजर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, सेकंड इज नथिंग बट व्हाट सर? Imparting motor driving skills. Third one is nothing but you're in the business of sale or lease of such conveyance. If it is used for transportation of goods. For transportation of what sir? Goods. If you are purchasing a lorry or maybe a tempo or maybe some what you called Tata Ace lorry, small type of vehicle, right? If it is used for transportation of goods, then no problem, still you can avail what sir? ITC. यहाँ तक clear है सर? यहाँ तक clear है ना? So only in these four situations only you can avail ITC. In any other situation, ITC benefit is not given when you are purchasing these modes of conveyance. Am I clear, sir? Let's have a detailed discussion now. First one, फिर से starting से आ रहा हूँ. Any motor vehicle or other conveyances would not be eligible for what, sir? ITC. However, in the following cases, ITC would be eligible if such conveyance is used for transportation of goods or what, sir? It is used for transportation of goods or transportation of passengers. Am I clear? Such conveyance is used for imparting what, sir? Motor driving. That's called imparting training. Or such conveyance is used for further supply. That further supply can be what, sir? Either it can be a sale transaction, hello, or it can be a renting transaction. If you're in the business of renting of what, sir? Vehicles, then also no problem. You can purchase vehicle for renting purposes. Still you can avail ITC. Am I clear? Next, note 1. If TSRTC purchase 40 buses for transportation of passengers, it would be eligible for what, sir? ITC. This point you can ignore, sir, because this got amended. इस point को आप छोड़ दो, ये point आप छोड़ दो, ये point amendment आ गया. So please ignore this point. Note number 2. The term further supply in point number 2C above can be what, sir? Any type of supply. It can be sale, barter, lease, rentals, etc. Note number 3. The term conveyance includes, include बोल रहा हूँ, exclude नहीं, vessel, ship रे बाबा, aircraft, right? Anything which can fly in the air or any type of vehicle. Am I clear, sir? So this is the term, this is the first case where government says if you are purchasing any mode of conveyance, we will not be ready to give you what, sir? ITC. Am I clear? समझ में आ रहा है यहाँ तक? Now to this point we got one amendment in last budget. Last में एक budget आया, this is an amendment, right? Leave this number, it's an amendment. Important है, ध्यान से सुन लो. See, generally we know any mode of conveyance is not eligible for ITC except if it is used for these cases. You know what is the amendment? A relaxation has been introduced in case of motor vehicle, only motor vehicle as follows. क्या बोल के? If the vehicle is for transportation of persons with a capacity not exceeding 13, including driver, no ITC. मतलब सिंपल भाषा में कार समझ लो, कार खरीद रहे तो नो ITC. अगर वही बस खरीद रहे, however, if the motor vehicle for transportation of persons having capacity of greater than 13, in that case ITC would be available irrespective of use for any purpose. Now, if Infosys, earlier हम लोग क्या बोलते थे amendment आने के पहले, if TSRTC is purchasing 20 buses, they can avail ITC, but if the same 20 buses are purchased by Infosys, no ITC. But after the amendment, what will happen? If Infosys purchase 20 buses for transportation of their employees from residence to office, office to residence, can they now avail ITC? Answer is yes, big yes. Why? Government says we want to promote this sector. Thereby, if you are purchasing a bus or any vehicle which is having a capacity of more than 13 including driver, in that case yes you can avail ITC. मतलब ड्राइवर को मिला के 13 से ज़्यादा लोग बैठने की कैपेसिटी रखना है व्हीकल, रजिस्टर व्हीकल, राइट? देन ओनली यू कैन अवेल ITC. Am I clear, sir? Am I clear up to here? So this is one important amendment sir. अर्लियर हम लोग क्या बोलते थे, नहीं भाई क्रेडिट नहीं मिलेगा, अभी ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. ऐसा कोई भी व्हीकल विच इज हैविंग अ कैपेसिटी, सीटिंग कैपेसिटी ऑफ मोर देन 12 एक्सक्लूडिंग ड्राइवर है. If you include driver more than 13, then yes, it should be now eligible for what sir? ITC. Am I clear up to here sir? So this is my first point called nothing but what sir? Mode of conveyance. Am I clear? So this is my first point. That's why this example has become irrelevant here. Leave it. Second exception is nothing but goods and services for personal consumption. I think very easy point sir. See यहाँ पे point क्या बताया? Any item that you are purchasing for personal use, you cannot avail ITC. Mostly the exams correlated given are for what, you know, employer providing services to employees. See, if an employer provides what you call catering services to the employees, on those catering services you cannot avail ITC. If employer is providing certain services to employee like healthcare services, insurance services, right na sir, personal travel, कुछ भी हाउसिंग फैसिलिटी, दो सर्विसेज आर नॉट एलिजिबल फॉर ITC. इट मे बी जिम्नेशिया सर्विसेज, ब्यूटी ट्रीटमेंट सर्विसेज, आपके टॉयलेट रिलेटेड सर्विसेज, ब्यूटी केयर प्रोडक्ट्स देते हैं ना भाई, वो सब पे ITC नहीं मिलेगा, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सर्विसेज नहीं मिलेगा. बट आवर गवर्नमेंट सेज वन थिंग, इफ सर्विसेज आर प्रोवाइडेड बाय द एम्प्लॉयर टू द एम्प्लॉई एज अ पार्ट ऑफ स्टैट्यूटरी रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ गवर्नमेंट रेगुलेशंस, देन नो प्रॉब्लम, ITC शुड बी गिवन. मतलब like example, if an employee is working in an area which is hazardous, dangerous area है वो, there is a loss of मतलब there is a risk of loss of life, right? So for those employees we have taken 5 crores का insurance. On those insurance amount we would have paid GST, right? Can we avail credit? Government says yes. If services are provided because of government obligation, then no problem, we can still avail what sir? ITC. Am I clear? So देख लो sir. Any good or service which is for personal use and not for furtherance of business would not be qualified for what sir? ITC. Okay, done. Membership of a club, health club, fitness center, gym equipment for employees would not be eligible for what sir? ITC. Even life insurance, health insurance in the name of employees would not be eligible for what sir? ITC. Travel benefits, holiday home provided by the employer to employees on vacation is not eligible for what sir? ITC. Even rent a cab services provided to employees is not eligible for what sir? ITC. Any inward supply by way of what sir? Catering, beauty treatment, cosmetic surgeries are not eligible for what sir? ITC. एक important note है जो दुनिया भर का important है note. However, if these services are provided because of a legal obligation or because of a government obligation, then ITC would be eligible. मतलब गवर्नमेंट रेगुलेशन के कारण अगर आप कुछ पर्सनल सर्विस प्रोवाइड कर रहे हो एम्प्लॉयज़ को, then no problem, on that service you can avail what sir? ITC. Am I clear? So that's complete our second part sir. Now we'll go to the third part called works contract services. I think इसको मैं अलग से डिस्कस करता हूँ because it's too complicated to understand here. वर्क्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट सर्विसेज क्या होता है बोलता हूँ. Infosys company is asking a builder. Infosys company got some good land at High-Tech City. Example है, they are asking a builder to construct 20-floor building. Building बनाने के लिए बोल रहे हैं. Now what will happen sir? It's a works contract service because some part of material, some part of service he will bring and he will do construction activity for Infosys company. So for Infosys company this becomes nothing but what sir? Works contract service. समझ में आ रहा है? Now here comes a question, can Infosys company avail ITC on works contract? Why? Who is the service provider? Say the contractor, say builder here. Who is the service recipient here? In my example, Infosys. Infosys company is taking services. What they are doing sir? This builder is providing a works contract service to Infosys. What is a contract? Contract is for construction of building. Now doubt is, on this service can Infosys company avail ITC? Sir, मैं रहा है, government says any works contract service in relation to immovable property is not eligible for ITC. So what I will do, I will just write like this: any works contract service in relation to land and building, you can say or also, is not eligible for ITC. That's called nothing but it is in relation to immovable property. ध्यान से, any works contract service in relation to land and building is not eligible for ITC. But however, if it is in relation to plant and machinery, then ITC would be eligible. मतलब imagine if a service is provided for construction of building, then no ITC. If the same service is provided for installation of plant and machinery, then yes, ITC would be given. समझ में आ रहा है difference? Government says इमोबल प्रॉपर्टी के रिलेटेड रहेगा तो आईटीसी नहीं देंगे, पर अदर देन इमोबल प्रॉपर्टी के रिलेटेड रहेगा तो आईटीसी मिल जाएगा. टू बोथ द पॉइंट्स वी गॉट वन एक्सेप्शन. बी केयरफुल. नोट, if such expenditure on works contract is not capitalized but is charged to P&L, then ITC would be eligible. तब क्रेडिट मिल जाएगा. ध्यान से, गवर्नमेंट का क्या कहना है, अगर लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग रिलेटेड के कुछ सर्विसेज आप ले रहे हो पर उसको आप कैपिटलाइज नहीं कर रहे हो बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स में, उसका आप क्रेडिट ले सकते हो. इमेजिन इफ इन्फोसिस कंपनी टेक्स some repairs and maintenance of a building, but that expenditure is not capitalized in the books of accounts, but it is charged to P&L. Can they avail credit? Answer is yes. Big thumbs up. You can avail the credit. मतलब Infosys can avail the credit, right? Likewise, what we have learned here, if the service is in relation to plant and machinery, then you can always avail the credit. To this point, there is an exception. Exception is what, erection of telecommunication tower. Telecommunication tower is not eligible for ITC. ध्यान से, government says if works contract services are taken for construction of a telecommunication tower, उसका credit नहीं मिलेगा. Am I clear? So for both the points we got one exception. Here you should come a doubt. Sir, I am into works contract. I am taking input works contract to provide output works contract. Confusion है. Being a work contractor, I am providing services to Infosys. But as a part of the supply, even I am taking some works contract service. So a work contractor takes some input supply of another works contract. Can you avail the credit? Answer is yes, because they are providing service in that business course, right? तो वो सब पॉइंट्स मैंने यहाँ पे दिए हैं. देखो, वर्क्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट सर्विस वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर एग्जाम. A works contract service taken as input supply for construction of immovable property. See this word. For construction of immovable property would not be eligible for what, sir? ITC. Example, if Infosys company takes works contract service for construction of 20-floor building, such inward supply is not eligible for what, sir? ITC. In the following two cases, works contract would be eligible for ITC. Eligible बोल रहा हूँ. First, if the inward supply is provided an outward supply being work contract, मतलब a subcontractor is providing services to the main contractor, then main contractor can still avail credit. Or where the inward supply is for construction of what, sir? Plant and machinery, except telecommunication tower. क्यों? तो plant and machinery का installation is still eligible for what, sir? ITC. The term construction includes reconstruction, renovation, addition, alteration, repair, etc. to the extent it is capitalized in the books of accounts. So this becomes another important point. If a works contract expenditure is not capitalized in the books of accounts, then don't worry, still you are eligible to avail the credit. Am I clear? तो सब पॉइंट दिए मैंने. Note number 1. In simple terms, if expenditure is capitalized in the books of accounts, it would not be eligible for what sir? ITC. अगर कैपिटलाइज कर दिया है तो नहीं मिलेगा, अगर कैपिटलाइज नहीं किया है तो क्रेडिट मिल जाएगा. However, if such expenditure is not capitalized in books but charged to P&L, it would be eligible for credit. This is in relation to which property? Immovable property. अब इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी जनरली क्या रहता है? लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग और बोथ. नोट, एक्सपेंडिचर इंकर्ड ऑन, वो नीचे दिया है देखो, एक्सपेंडिचर इंकर्ड ऑन लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग एंड टेलीकम्युनिकेशन टावर. इफ कैपिटलाइज नो ITC, इफ नॉट कैपिटलाइज एलिजिबल फॉर ITC. If you are doing works contract expenditure on other than land and building, whether capitalized or not, it's still eligible for ITC. प्लांट मशीनरी का रिपेयर्स ले लो, प्लांट मशीनरी का इंस्टॉलेशन ले लो, दो अलग अलग एग्जाम्पल है. इन बोथ द केसेस स्टिल यू कैन अवेल व्हाट सर? ITC. Am I clear up to here sir? So this completes our 3 cases. बहुत सारे हैं, देखेंगे one by one. First case was nothing but what sir? Mode of conveyance, if you remember. Second was nothing but what sir? Works contract services. याद है ना? No. Second was nothing but personal services. Third was what sir? Works contract services. Can I move? अब यहाँ से बहुत easy पॉइंट से फटाफट हो जाएगा. Point number 4 is nothing but what you know. If you take input and input services for construction of immovable property, then also there is no ITC. Now I'll tell you what will happen. Imagine Infosys company is purchasing bricks by themselves, bricks, cement by themselves, iron rods by themselves. Right now, all these they are taking for what? For construction of a building. Building बनाने के लिए ले रहे हैं. Now government says, company that's called Infosys, you are purchasing bricks, you are purchasing iron rods, you are purchasing what sir? Cement. All these 3 items will not be eligible for credit. ये items के example है ध्यान से. मतलब if you are taking any input or any input services in relation to construction of immovable property, then it will not be eligible for credit unless you are in the same business. Like example, Aparna Constructions, Hyderabad की company if I am not wrong. Aparna Construction purchase bricks so that they can use these bricks for their clients' construction. Then government says no problem, because you are in the business of construction, you are now eligible to avail what sir? ITC. Am I clear up to here? सर मेरा अब ध्यान से डाउट सुनना है. You know DLF right? DLF purchase some materials for construction of building for their customers. Can they avail credit? Yes. But if the building is constructed for their own use, then obviously there will be no ITC. Am I clear? Pardon? In a case if immovable property is constructed on own account, then also input good and input services of such own building would not be eligible for ITC. अगर आप खुद के लिए बिल्डिंग बना रहे हो, उस बिल्डिंग के लिए अगर आप मटेरियल खरीद रहे हो, उस मटेरियल पे क्रेडिट नहीं मिलेगा. समझो मैंने 20 लाख के ब्रिक्स खरीदे, 40 लाख का सीमेंट खरीदा और एक 20 लाख के आयरन रॉड्स खरीदे, इन सब के ऊपर मैंने टैक्स भरा होगा. Taxes paid on these would not be eligible for what sir? ITC. Am I clear? So even if I ask a person to provide construction services for my building, can I avail ITC on it? Answer is no, you cannot avail ITC. Am I clear up to here? Super. But बोल दिया ना सर. But if you are using the same item to provide outward supply to some other person, can you avail ITC? Oh yes, you can. If a person is under a composition scheme, there will be no ITC. वो तो पता ही है. Because a person who is under composition scheme, if he make any inward supplies, then obviously he cannot avail credit. Why? Because his outward supply is taxable at very nominal rate. So government says a person who is covered under composition scheme cannot avail any ITC. Am I clear up to here? Next. Yeah. Goods or services are taken for personal, ये मिस हो गया, personal use, then there will be no ITC. पता है अपने को. Goods lost or stolen. If the goods are lost or stolen or even written off, this is also a very important point. Written off or distributed as samples, can you avail ITC? Government says no. Imagine मैंने कुछ goods खरीदे, वो goods को मैंने personal use के लिए लेके चले गया. Example, I have purchased AC with the institute name, but I have taken this AC to my home without even getting installed here. Then government says, though the AC was purchased for institute purposes, but you have taken for what use? You have taken for personal use. Can you avail ITC? No. If the goods are lost, if the goods are stolen, if the goods are written off, if the goods are distributed as free samples, then you cannot avail ITC. Am I clear sir? वो point पढ़ लेना आप लोग. Last में, if any tax is paid because of demand from the government, imagine sir, sometimes what will happen, we have some unrecorded purchases, we have some unrecorded sales. ब्लैक का धंधा करते हैं ना सर लोग, अनरिकॉर्डेड परचेजेस एंड अनरिकॉर्डेड सेल्स दोनों भी है. फॉर परचेज देर इज नो रिकॉर्ड, फॉर सेल्स ऑल्सो देर इज नो रिकॉर्ड. Now what happens? Now government sometimes they do some investigation and they come to know that you are doing this type of transactions. So on what they will ask, for your outward supply they will ask you to pay tax. No, you cannot argue with the government, for my inward supply I want credit बोल के. No, they will not give you credit. मतलब whenever the liability arises because of a government demand, then by paying such tax on inward supply you cannot avail ITC. Am I clear sir? If such demand is because of misrepresentation or suppression of facts or willful misstatement of facts or fraud, then in these cases you cannot avail what sir? ITC. मतलब genuine case रहेगा तो ITC मिलेगा. fraud करके misrepresentation करके अगर आप ITC लेते हो उसका credit मिलेगा भी नहीं. That's pure logical, right? Other points on section number 17. कुछ छोटे मोटे points है that we will see one by one. Am I clear sir? Other points on section number 17. We know ITC would be given only if inward supplies are used for making what sir? Outward supply, which are taxable. So if inward supply is used to make a outward supply which is exempt from GST, can you avail ITC? No. If inward supply is used to make a outward supply where outward supply is exempt, can you avail ITC on inward? No. जब आउटपुट पे टैक्स ही नहीं लगता तो इनपुट का क्रेडिट कौन देगा आपको? कोई नहीं देगा. डू यू एग्री? ओके. नेक्स्ट, इफ इनवर्ड सप्लाईज आर यूज फॉर मेकिंग आउटवर्ड सप्लाई एट नील रेट और एज एग्जाम सप्लाई, ये वर्ड निकाल दो राइट ना, देन देयर विल बी नो ITC. बोल दिया ऑलरेडी. इन अ केस इफ अ पर्सन इज इन एक्सक्लूसिव सप्लाई विच इज टैक्सेबल अंडर रिवर्स चार्ज मैकेनिज्म, सुपर इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. लॉयर से, इमेजिन आई एम अ लॉयर, advocate by, so most of my services are taxable under reverse charge mechanism, either they are exempt or they are taxable under reverse charge mechanism as per section 9(3). So whatever inward supply I take to provide outward supply where the outward is taxable under reverse charge, can I avail ITC on inward supplies? Government says no. Why? See, because whatever services you are providing, they are not taxable in your hands, they are taxable in whose hands? In the hands of recipient. So why you will avail the credit? You cannot avail the credit. Am I clear? So if you are taking any inward supply to provide an outward supply right now where the outward supply is taxable under reverse charge, you cannot avail ITC on those inward supplies. Like example, being an advocate, if I take internet services, I'll pay GST but no credit. I have taken an immovable property on rent, office yard, on office rent I am paying GST, can I avail credit? Government says no. I am purchasing computer, desktop, laptop for my office use, can I avail credit? Government says no. Am I clear? Next, मैं आपको ये बोल चुका हूँ ऑलरेडी. जीरो रेटेड सप्लाईज आर दो सप्लाईज विच आर either export supplies or sale towards a special economic zone. So if you are taking any input and using it for making zero rate supply, can you avail ITC? Oh yes, you can avail ITC. वैसे ही बता चुका हूँ. And this point is most important sir. This we'll see separately. ये एक next important topic है. Removal of capital goods after put to use. Right now? This I'll discuss with you. See, generally when you purchase a capital good, upon purchase government would have given you full credit, right? They expect you that you should use this good in your business up to its scrap. जब तक वो scrap नहीं हो जाता उसको आप use करो. By chance if you don't want to use, what will happen is a question, right now? They'll ask you to reverse ITC, that I'll discuss in separate chart. Have a look sir. If capital goods are removed after put to use, मतलब you have purchased capital good for your business, government has given you credit, then these good you have removed. How did you remove it? Two cases. Case 1, you have sold it in the form of scrap. स्क्रैप की तरह निकाल दिया और डिस्ट्रक्ट कर दिया, डिमोलिश कर दिया. केस 2, अदर केसेस, मतलब स्टिल इट इज इन यूजेबल कंडीशन. इफ इट इज सोल्ड एज स्क्रैप, अगर स्क्रैप की तरह आपने बेच दिया है, राइट ना, इन दैट केस the scrap sale value into GST rate, whatever the answer comes, that much would be your ITC reversal. मतलब imagine you have purchased some laptop some 5-7 years back and the laptop is no more in good condition, you want to simply scrap it. You have sold it for 2000. Government says 2000 into applicable GST rate, that much ITC either you have to reverse or you have to pay this tax in cash. Am I clear, sir? Because no one can use this item anymore. किसी को credit मिलेगा नहीं. But if the item is still in usable condition, say the sale is like second hand asset, है ना भाई, second hand हो गया ना asset. If the sale is like second hand asset, then what will happen? वो थोड़ा नीचे ले लेता हूँ मैं. Then government says ITC should be reverse. Being higher of the following. Being what, sir? Higher of the following. ITC reverse करना पड़ेगा. For this purpose, what is the assumption? Government expects every asset got a life of 5 years. 5 years means how many quarters is also important? 20 quarters. Because a year got 4 quarters, so 5 years got how many quarters? 20 quarters. You are supposed to use every asset for a minimum period of how many quarters? 20 quarters. अगर आप use कर लो तो अच्छा है. Now if you are selling as scrap, then there is no problem. But if you are selling before using it for 20 quarters, then what will happen? Then government says, have a look what will happen. A, B. The input tax credit minus whatever ITC input tax credit on such asset availed minus number of quarters put to use into 5%. I'll explain, don't worry. This amount or sale value into GST rate, this amount, whichever is high, इन दोनों में जो ज़्यादा आता है उतने का रिवर्स तो करना ही पड़ेगा. सर एग्जाम्पल बोलो सर. एग्जाम्पल बोलता हूँ, ध्यान से सुनो. एग्जाम्पल, you have purchased asset for rupees 10 lakhs on 16th of November 2016. Example है, ध्यान से. And ITC given on this is how much? Say rupees 1 lakh. That is at the rate of 10%. Okay. So now you have purchased rupees 10 lakhs worth of capital asset on 16th November 2016. The ITC is how much, sir? On that 1 lakh, and you have availed credit of it. Now what you have done, on 14th of September 2019, you have sold the asset for rupees 2 lakhs. ब्रैकेट में नॉट एज स्क्रैप. स्क्रैप की तरह नहीं बेचा, बट आपने बेच तो दिया एसेट को 2 लाख रुपए में, राइट ना. देन हाउ मच ITC शुड बी रिवर्स्ड इज अ क्वेश्चन. हाउ मच ITC शुड बी रिवर्स इज अ क्वेश्चन. डू यू एग्री? अब ध्यान से देखो. When did you purchase the asset? 16th November. When did you sell the asset? 14th September. Now straight away don't start counting the quarters here. अब ध्यान से. How many quarters is the question, right? 16th November 2016 to कौन सा डेट था वो? 14th September 2019. 14th September 2019. This question is how many quarters? Now quarter is nothing but 3 months period. And here quarter means what? January, February, March is 1 quarter. And part of the quarter is also taken as what? Full quarter. अब ध्यान से सुनो. How many quarters are there? October, November, December of 16 is 1 quarter. ध्यान से. एक क्वार्टर के बराबर है वो. जनवरी, फरवरी, मार्च, अप्रैल, मई, जून, जुलाई, अगस्त, सितंबर, अक्टूबर, नवंबर, दिसंबर of 17, they are all 4 quarters. Likewise of 18, they are also 4 quarters. है ना भाई? Now when it come to 2019, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Why? because asset is used only up to September. Stop with September. How many quarters? 3 quarters. So put together the asset is used for how many quarters? You know, it is completely used for 12 quarters only. 12 quarter के लिए asset use हुआ है. Then how to substitute? Now government says something like this. ITC availed on such asset is how much? I am just writing rupees 1 lakh minus number of quarters put to use, that is 12 quarters into 5%. So that would be equal to 60%. 1 lakh में से 60% निकाल दो, कितना आता है? Because 12 quarters into 5 is how much? 60. So 1 lakh minus 60% is 40,000 ITC you should reverse. Or what is the sale value? Sale value is 2 lakhs into GST rate is how much? 10%. So 2 lakhs into 10% is how much, sir? 20,000. Whichever is high will become how much? 40,000 ITC you should reverse in this example. So in this example, the solution is rupees 40,000 worth of ITC you should reverse. समझ में आ रहा है? Now if I change the question and say you no, this asset has been sold as scrap की तरह बेच दिया है, तब क्या होगा? तब कुछ नहीं होगा. Sale value into 10% will become nothing but a reversal of ITC. Am I clear? So government assumes that every asset got a life of how many years? 5 years. You are supposed to use the asset for a period of how many years? 5 years. So this is most important, sir. ये एग्जाम में पूछेगा भी, ध्यान से. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट मार्क कर दिया, आप लोग थ्योरी पढ़ लेना, नोट्स शेयर कर दूंगा. हैव लुक सर. सो दिस इज व्हाट इज गिवन हियर. If it is sold as scrap, then no problem. Scrap value into GST rate would become your liability. If it is not sold as scrap, then sale value into GST rate or ITC availed on such asset minus है ये, minus number of quarters put to use into 5%. उतना ITC आपको रिवर्स करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. This is one small example I have given you. Just you can solve by yourself. क्वेश्चन पढ़ के आप लोग खुद सॉल्व कर लेना. Am I clear, sir? क्लियर? समझ में आ गया?